I will be presenting you with the history of the New Home Baptist Church. In the early 1880s, the first place of worship was established. They met under a bush arbor, a place shaded by trees or bushes. It was customary at this time, as well as present day, that the association rotated from church to church in the area. The bush arbor being too small to accommodate the overflow of people motivated the membership to provide more space. A building made of a few boards, some rock, and a few small windows was erected and given the name Shiloh from the ancient town of Israel. Thus, in 1884, the birth of the Shiloh Baptist Church, Brother Joe Leonard served as pastor. Deacons were Brothers Shadrach Jones, July Mitchell, Amos Marbury, and Jack Leonard Sr. In 1888, the new building was constructed, located where our cemetery is now. One was once a white wooden structured church with yellow trim. Two doors were facing west with steps completely across the front of the church. Another door on the south side would be found today on the old Eli Thomas house. Upon the completion of this building, Brother Willie Mitchell picked up a board and wrote on it, "Our New Home." The I was dropped and the church became known as New Home. During this time, we have no record as to who the pastor was. Reverend Joe McKinney served as pastor from 1888 to 1890. Reverend Milton Lyles followed Reverend Joe McKinney, Reverend Alan Moore, and Reverend Snowden followed. In 1938, Reverend Massaguel served as pastor. Reverend Norman Pearson was called to follow Reverend Massaguel, but he did not serve. Instead, he sent Reverend Cole. Reverend Cole was voted in and served several years. It was under his leadership that a new block building was started. The block building was the second structure that carried the name New Home. It faced east just opposite of the previous building with the public road passing against it. There was a dual entrance in a small foyer building to a single entrance into the sanctuary with an exit on the north and south side. A choir stand was elevated behind the pulpit in the west. The above-mentioned building was completed under administration of Reverend E.A. Boone, with the addition of a lunchroom on the south side. Reverend E.A. Boone was in the late 1940s. He served 26 years until his health failed. During Reverend E.A. Boone's pastorate, a new building was started and completed, being the building that is adjacent to this sanctuary and serves as our education wing. In February 1972, Reverend M.E. Robinson was called as pastor. It was under his leadership that the new home was motivated to worship service more frequently. The membership decided to meet on first and third Sundays. In June 1978, Reverend L.J. Wright was elected as pastor and continued in the position for 10 years. Reverend Wright made a difference in our congregation. He carried us into full-time worshiping. Reverend Wright became the Dean of Congress of this district while he was pastor. He is the only pastor that is known to have joined the New Home Church, as he was called to another church to pastor. Our next pastor was Reverend Lynch, who came to us in 1990 and left in 1992. In 1992, Reverend Andy Pope was elected. He pastored us for 5 years. In December 1998, Reverend Lorenzo Caldwell was elected. He ordained more ministers than any other pastor and placed them as ministers over various departments of the church. Reverend Caldwell ordained the following ministers: Reverend Uncle Mitchell, Reverend Robert Williams, Reverend Kendall Burton, Reverend Damon McKinney, Reverend Tony Leonard, Reverend Kent Jones, and Reverend Terrence Stamps. October 2009, the New Home Missionary Baptist Church officially listed on the Alabama Historic Cemetery Registry. Reverend Lorenzo Caldwell resigned as pastor on December 20th, 2009. The New Home Missionary Baptist Church was granted the task of looking for a new shepherd. We were introduced to several ministers. June 19, 2010, the Lord presented us with the Reverend Christopher Todd to become our pastor, and his wife Shalita Todd from Dallas, Texas, by the way of Columbia, Missouri. His vision is for us to become a beacon of hope for the community and exemplify the love of Christian in a real, fresh, and welcoming way. Pastor Todd has asked our congregation to continue to nurture and encourage all walks of life, being a community of fellowship, and most importantly, doing whatever is necessary to seek and save the lost. Under Pastor Todd's leadership, the New Home Baptist Church was very blessed to dedicate a new sanctuary December 22nd, 2012. Pastor Todd has inspired us in new ways of sharing his message to other people. And in conclusion, we have passed over the rough roads to leadership. We have pitched our tent on land, their chairman of waters. The leaders who have waited in the camp have caught our flame of a new day, and all in his turn brought us greater and more secure ways of success. Thank you.